are wolves below us. They're Whittle. They are Whittle. Oh, well, it happens. Fin Fang Foom, get out here. Get out here! Alright, everybody. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to this Friday stream. There we go. I didn't hear the confirmation earlier. Jump into shenanigans here. Alright. Still like wiping the stuff out of my eyes and whatnot this morning. Feel like I need a better ranged weapon here. I know I threw a throwing dagger away. I can't believe we don't have something else besides throwing stars. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. That would be some... That'd be real slow. There we go. We'll just grab this one. Whatever, it's fine. Alright. So before we do too much, I actually want to go check on the Crystal Cove. I want to go look at these new items, supposedly. And I want to take a second and look at what I already have without having to run any other content. Oh, that's a... Okay. Let's say that was an outfit. It was an outfit. Actually, no. It's like, is there an at-level group actually doing the Crystal Cove? But not during this time of day, of course. Let's check this. So. Every time I see like an orangey cloak, I have to look at it. I have to check it out. Alright. Let's see what we got. You know, I'm actually really tempted to grab a couple of these dowsing rods. Oh, they put a new bow out. Fire, Construct Bane, Destruction. It's a little bit interesting. What is this saying, like 12? Oh. It is not advanced very well. 28, this thing is, yeah. We got a Falchion, Ghostbane, Impact, Crippling with the slot. I actually dig that. You don't actually have the little things. Huh. Let's see, we got a mace that is Corrosion, Acid Lure, Conjuration, Focus, and Fortification. We got a hammer that's Bludgeoning, Construct Bane, and Destruction. That might actually be really good. Hole Wrecker's Hammer. Yeah, I might make this level 4 hammer. I'll have to go run and grab some pyrites. Ghostbane, Holy Burst, Insightful, Deadly, Holy 2. What? Alright, yeah, we're gonna make a couple of these things. That Morningstar seems insane. This orb's okay. Not like amazing. Insightful Glaciation though. Huh. Alright, since everything requires dragon scales, we have to actually really consider. We really only have the ability to make one thing right now, or whatever these are called, the shards. I don't have time to go run the whole quest really, especially not solo. Think about making another flotsam. Flotsam is just a bonkers weapon. Get one compass. I don't have any little coins on me. $200. $400. Man, this thing seems really janky today, doesn't it? Alright, this should be enough. No! Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. So had we moved a little quicker, we would have gotten it. Doesn't that make you feel terrible? Oh well, I guess we'll go through that stuff later. I'm not gonna go turn in 500 things. Not right now anyway. I know that kind of makes me the worst. But that's what's gonna happen. Speaking of being the worst. I also need to remember to pick up a new high. Oh! What did we roll? We rolled something bad. We rolled a 20. I think we're just gonna eat it. I don't want to carry that around. Alright. Alright, so after last time, I think we decided that we definitely need to have... Oh, itchy. Definitely need to have a hireling that can heal with us. We're not as good at healing ourselves as some other builds can be. And that's partially, by partially I mean totally my build fault. We could make it stronger. We just haven't yet. also going to grab some D-Door scrolls. You know what, let's grab that too. Alright, we're 85% likely to use them. It's probably within the margin here. So, Bell of Opening, D-Door Scroll, Potion of Shenanigans. Put this up here so maybe I remember. We actually need to burn one of those pretty quickly. And then we have our various things. So we have Heal Scrolls in the bank. GH is in there, but we're not really, I think, in the need for GH scrolls yet. I do have an action point. Kind of want to just get this upgraded all the way. Okay. Oh, I know what else I didn't grab that I wanted to grab. I want to grab the vial of smoke or whatever it's called so we can teleport. Bottle of mist. Where did you go? There we go. Bottle of mist. So I really like the teleport items whenever possible to like take advantage of them, use them, get moving, etc. I feel like they actually are pretty good things to have, especially like if you're in the bottom of your boat, because every loading screen has an opportunity for screw up or failure, whatever phrase you like. So in my world, it's nice to just skip as many loading screens as possible. Transmuter, North Entry, North Tower. To the bathroom. Sweetness. Go make friends. Alright, so this takes us to 95% chance according to this, which means if we roll a 1, we can't fail. See if we can hug this side and skip all this fighting. Do all the semi-appropriate things here. Alright, so we're going to go to the ally first. We're going to go to the bath chamber. Music shifted into combat music, and I don't see where. And either we outpaced them or the NPCs killed them. Either way, I'm fine with it. Rust damage over time in the buff bar. Yeah, don't you forget it. So I'm kind of beginning to wonder if I should be transitioning to fire. The Call Lightning's very strong. And obviously he lost to that. That does not seem legit. I wonder if that Plague Reaper got him. Everything in attack mode. Here, heal me. Nobody cares about your boo-boos. Alright. It's like you literally cast the healing spell on me. That's fair. Pick up these various collectible nodes. Like I said, I feel like this means oh, bath chamber over here. Went to the bed chamber, the sexy place. Alright, so to the servants' quarters. I'm trying to remember if one of these passageways takes us down there. I think it does, but I don't know which one. But I feel like this will take us wherever we want to go. Yeah. This will take us to the rest, or to the... Now, I'm not as familiar with this back door area. Oh. Pretty sure I don't want to be fighting those things. I'm pretty sure those things can't fit through the door, so we should be fine to just like walk away. Unfortunately, that means if we're going to take the shortest way back, we got to go back through them, so maybe we will fight them anyway. Which means we probably should have just fought them first, because we're going to have to come back and shrine after that kind of fight anyway. 6 of one, half a dozen of another, I suppose. He's immune to plant-based attacks or whatever. It seems unlikely. Alright. Fing Fang Foom. Right. I guess I just should have killed him to start with. Really wasn't that bad. That one wasn't. And he was the champ, so... Alright, that wasn't bad. Alright, so now we gotta find the icon. The icon is North Tower. I feel like that's the Brazier Room. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm not sure where it's at, to be honest. Alright, why don't you shrine and Fang Foom? Why don't you get rebuffed? I said you go shrine, dummy. Summon a new bear. I'm gonna also shrine. And then an invitation to dinner. I'm just gonna double check. I don't want to run all over the place. Go to the Brazier Room, kill a golem, touch the flames. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just wasn't 100% confident in my ability to know what the hell I was talking about. That's all. That's all. Someone tells you they're always 100% sure what's going on, those people should not be trusted. Oh, okay, we need to stop casting Bark Skin on ourselves. Just wasting mana. The Freedom Movement boots give that, which also means this needs to not be Freedom Movement. Okay, learning / remembering things about our character and how to play like we're not stupid. Sometimes it takes me a while to not be stupid. Rawr. Blue, teleport away. I teleport into the distance. Don't. Wait, was that just the exit? Oh, you have to be able to unlock that chest. Well, it's a good thing I brought this bell of opening, I suppose. Alright, so now we're ready to leave, and we leave by going main entrance. Perfect. All the dragons. Should still be fine. So I'm going to pull it back to the hallway, preferably with the least amount of pulling extra trash. Alright. Let's go say hi to the other two dragons now. Yeah, that was not that bad. Just had to double check that I, in fact, knew what I was talking about. Seems strong. I thought that was Insightful Search 14 for a second. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Let's go to my airship. We'll look at some other tins. I feel like... Wait, we're only now level 10. No wonder we were getting wrecked. We should be doing level 8s. Oh my god. Oh, we just punted some experience all over the place. Okay. Well, at least that explains why some of the quests that we were doing yesterday felt overly difficult. I felt like my build had turned sour last night. Well, the reason why is because I was dumb. Okay. 8s. Grey Moon Waning. Or, CO6. Thrall the Necromancer type stuff. Stormcleave. Yeah, there's actually quite a few things that we apparently are going to have to do. Man, I feel real dumb. I was just continuing on with what I was doing last night. Start in House K. A couple of things I want to actually do here in House K. I want to go ahead and pick up some frost potions. We are kind of doing a little bit of both. We actually might even want more frost potions because of cold breath. But we'll see. Yeah, we can't do the improved ones until level 13, so we'll just get like 5 of these freeze ones, I think. I don't hit them that often, but I do hit them occasionally. And honestly, the D-Door scrolls probably need to go away. And the other thing we need to remember to do is we need to go switch out Freedom Movement for something else. Because I'm not going to be casting Freedom Movement on hirelings, I don't think. Can't believe I did that. I cannot believe that I was doing... I mean, I know what happened. So yesterday what was going on was... I cleared the first quest in Ravenloft to get my weapon, the Barovian hand wraps, thinking I was going to turn those hand wraps into a collar for the dog. And then just like got stuck on that idea that that's what I needed to do. Oh, excuse me. It's better than Freedom Movement, right? We could transition fully to fire for now, right? I'm not even really casting this spell either. I like it. I just don't cast it that much. We could be using Wall of Fire. Using Flame Strikes. Not really anything in this level that I would switch around. The problem is that hot, cold, 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 I presume? So a lot of our SLAs are cold based. Again, I presume. I don't honestly know what this one is. Maybe it doesn't have a alignment like that. Huh, weird. I thought... Oh, there it is. Yeah, it doesn't say. I wonder what the wiki says. Salt Ray. The wiki doesn't have a school listed. What's this one called? Call Lightning, right? Call Lightning. Yeah, see, that one's labeled as electricity under school. Yeah, this school is force. Alright, so does this one of these cover force, I guess, is the question. Acid, earth, and electric spells. Fire, light, sonic. Force. Okay. So yeah, so fire, fire, or summer, summer, winter, winter. The question is, how much do we want to start relying on Salt Ray, I guess. We don't really have anything that boosts our force spell power at the moment. Yeah, I guess we'll just leave everything alone. This is where I wish I understood or knew more about caster druids and some of their spells and interactions and things. I certainly feel like I'm... If you're looking to me for guidance, I'm definitely the blind. So be careful that you're not the blind following the blind, but I'm willing to try to figure it out. Alright, well now that we're actually back to level appropriate content, let's see if we start getting bored again and we need to switch back to Higher Reaper. I happen to be a lost soul, so I don't feel like we get bad for helping now. Yeah, Call Lightning's just doing so much damage. I have a hard time expecting expecting that to be the fire side to be better. Bring all the trash with us. Just bring it all. We don't care. Whatever follows us will get killed whenever we're ready to kill everything. Meanwhile, the hirelings will chip in on it, and I mean, that's their job. I always go this way to see if I can skip that ogre fight. Saving, 30 seconds is probably worth the hassle. That, and they're probably going to chase us anyway. I think I saw a guy coming anyhow. Alright, we're yellow skulled. Alright, this is probably good enough. Switch to dog mode, fire off Cone of Colds like they're going out of style. It's the reason I this is like my favorite part of being the Druid, is this little window at least where you can do this, you can play this like style. I think a lot of people consider themselves like trapped into one of the forms or whatever. It only costs 5 mana. For 5 mana, if you switched into a stance that let you have a special attack for 5 mana that did a Cone of Cold for basically free by comparison, or at least greatly reduced, you do that, right? Like, but that's what that is. That's literally all it is. For 5 mana, you switch into it, you can fire off Cold Breath for 20 mana, which is Cone of Cold. It's a very powerful effect in my opinion. Alright, do I want to take the time to shrine? Probably would not be the worst thing in the world from my character. Which means we should summon a new hireling. Make sure everybody's full. Or, sorry, summon a new dog. Make sure everybody's full. Go. Couple people hanging out with us this morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Oops. Send me into the arena. think this side opens first, right? And this is why we needed to get those freeze potions. I think this pops next. Methods. Get chilly. Oh, hamburgers. You guys should have brought your winter coats. Should have brought your winter coats. I want the kobolds dead, so we're gonna hit a maximized empowered version. That's what the second one is for. Looks like my sister bought a laser engraver for her. She owns a. Oh, I don't know what you want to call it. It's like a home decor business. I guess she's like printing class of 2020, 2021 and stuff like that. Yeah, let's grab that key. Let's also grab these 9 fragments. I didn't even see them. Didn't even see them. Just waking up, getting some experience.
Waking up at noon? Man, nice.
It's what it feels like. Still don't feel very awake.
Yeah, it is sometimes, man. I think it was first thing in the morning. I'm kind of awake, have some coffee, and I'm like, man, it's 5 in the morning. Go to the studio for 20 minutes, just look at my monitors. Like halfway falls into my chair. I'm like, what happened, man? Half hour goes wide awake.
Yeah, all I know is when I do those later nights where I end up like going to bed at 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then, like this morning, I woke up. My body was like, "Hey, we're getting up now." I'm like, "What?" And I was like, "All right, well, let me see what time it is." It's what was it? It was 8:04 or something like that. It's like, no, we're going to bed. Stay in bed, stay asleep.
Yeah, especially when you wake up and your body's super tired, but your head's wide awake.
Yeah, I was not that. It was telling me that I needed to get up and get some stuff. Like, the alarm's gonna go off in 1 minute. You might as well just get up now. I'm like, fine. Let's just look and see. I'm like, no, it is not even close. I did finally go back to sleep.
I always wake up before my alarm goes off, like a few minutes beforehand. It's crazy. Then when I don't set my alarm, I sleep like through it and stuff sometimes. It's like weird. It's like your internal clock.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. After about 3 hours of sleep this morning, my body was like, get up. And I'm like, no. So then I finally was able to force myself back to sleep for another couple hours, and now I'm just groggy. I think it's because I wanted to get up and work on the bus today, and I still plan to, but I don't know.
Is the bus something that you like to do, or is it like I just have to do it, and it's just, I mean, you got your jobs in the day where like you have to go to work, you don't like your job, but you gotta go to work anyways?
Both. I mean, I don't work on the bus on days I don't feel like working on the bus.
You know, some people are handy people, like super handy, so they love doing that stuff, like it's not like a job to them, it's like a fun hobby kind of thing, I guess you could say.
Well, if I didn't want to do it, we wouldn't have built it. We would have somehow we would have figured out a way to like pre-buy
Already done one kind of thing?
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a bus probably. It probably would have been a trailer. But yeah, if I didn't want to build it and have it be, so part of the reason that I wanted to do this was so if anything broke, I could fix it. So like, except for things that we have pre-manufactured, you know, I know how to do everything, and even that stuff I put in, took apart, whatever. So like the fan that I installed in the roof, it didn't work at first, so I had to get a part from the company. They're like, oh, it's probably just this thing, and I had to take the fan all the way apart to replace the circuit board in there. Like, it literally had to come almost 100% apart to be able to get that board out and switch it. So like, even that thing, even something that I pre-bought with the hopes that I wouldn't have to worry about it, I ended up having to take apart. And you know, like, that's kind of what I want. Mm-hmm. Is I want that ability to do everything. You know, like, I'm sure it needs an oil change. I haven't changed the oil since I got it, and
how's your AC and heater system work? Is it pretty good? Is it old and doesn't work as well?
It doesn't have an AC.
Oh, Lord.
And I don't really know if I need one. I might.
You don't want to come out here, man, and start, you know, AC is 110, 108.
Yeah, we won't be out in the summer. And when I do get one put in, it'll be brand new, but it'll be like a house. Like, it's not going to be like a window air conditioner. It's probably going to be a portable air conditioner. And then
Is she always hot or she always cold? Or she just kind of doesn't matter?
She's whatever's inconvenient.
Because like now, like in the wintertime, I have my window open and I'm under like a blanket or something, but I have my fan kind of going low. I just can't have that stagnant no air feeling. I just feel like super freaking hot.
Yeah, in the winter she's cold, in the summer she's hot.
It's like when I'm driving the car and it's hot outside, I love to have my windows down, just that feel of that air with the windows down makes me feel better. So sometimes air conditioner, you know, like your arms will be blowing your arms frozen, your legs frozen. It's like, man, can you just not be frozen in certain parts of your body?
Yeah, I don't have that or whatever. I don't know. She definitely wants the air conditioner or whatever put in, but to do that, I gotta gotta get the solar system installed and make sure that we can get enough power.
How much that cost you for AC link for a bus?
Well, since I'm just gonna get basically a portable air conditioner, it's gonna be like
okay, sure.
$300.
You're not getting one through like the car, like hook it into your motor, blah blah blah.
Right.
Like
Nah, I don't have the roof space for like one of those.
Gotcha. You're mostly like a swamp cooler kind of thing in a way.
No, like they have individual portable room air conditioners.
Oh, my buddy has one. I know what you're talking about now. I know exactly. It's like
Yeah.
the old. You see, they have the heaters, same thing, but this air conditioner version.
Yeah, it's like a big box usually.
Box. Yeah.
I just like I don't want anything that hangs out of the back. Like I don't want to put in a window air conditioner, which is what a lot of people will do.
Yeah,
I don't.
Propane do easier.
Yeah, well, that or I just don't want to have a big box hanging out of the back. If I had room in the, because the solar is going to take up quite a bit of room in the bus. I don't want to have the air conditioner or the bus on to run the air conditioner, which means then if I don't do that, then I have to have.
What are you gonna do about your vehicles? Are you gonna tow one, sell them both?
Kind of hoping to get rid of everything.
So you don't want to get like a Jeep and like so you have something to drive around in a town instead of trying to drive a big bus through like San Francisco or something.
Yeah, so my hope is for bus. I kind of like the idea of like electric skateboards or electric e-bikes.
Okay.
But I bought a moped a few years ago with the idea that Remington would drive it around town now, and then maybe in the future I would do something where I could take that with us and just pull it up on the back or whatever. But because we're 29 feet right now, 29 and a half feet, so the reason that's really important is because a lot of national parks and places that we actually really want to go travel have a maximum size limit of 30 feet.
Okay.
So if I wanted to like go to a park,
I don't know what ours is.
a lot of them say, oh, you can only take your vehicle to, or like your RV or your bus or whatever, to these certain areas. Like you can't go to this area of the park or whatever. Well, I don't want to be limited like that. But also, they tend to count your anything that you tow or anything that sticks out. So like I considered putting in a bumper extension and having like a little like a bumper deck or whatever. But if I do that, then I will end up going over that 30 feet, and then I won't be able to go places. So same thing with like towing. Like there's a lot of places you can't, if you tow your vehicle, you can't enter. So I just don't want to deal with it. So I'd rather be able to drive the bus where I want it to go. That also reduces our cost, right? Especially if it's like an electric e-bike. You don't have to
find like one of those old school motorcycles with a sidecar on it.
Well, the problem with those kind of things is the same thing. You still have to have insurance. You still have to blah blah blah. Like I considered getting the Spider.
Or the trike, yeah.
3-wheel, yeah. Like that's what I looked at because my mother has one, and Tanya took it out and drove around with my mother's husband, and she really liked it. So I'm like, maybe we'll just get one of these and tow it around and blah blah blah. But then even that, it's gonna put us over the
Yeah,
R.
you're so plus if like you're in some place and there's tons of rain and you really can't, and you want to go somewhere, you're like, well, we're just having to sit in the bus for 3 days so the rain clears or something.
Well, depending on what's going on, you still can take an Uber or whatever. Like, certainly not trapped with, switch back to human form here. Certainly not trapped, even if it's raining. Some people feel that way, but I think it'll be fine. again, that's
My buddy has a little Vespa-like thing. I've ridden it a couple times.
yeah.
It's alright. It's cool. It's
He
alright.
said
Just so I don't want to drive it every day.
no, and that's kind of why I want to have like a variety. Really, I'd like to have, like maybe I get some bikes, maybe, or they have some pedal assist electric stuff that you could, if you really just don't want to ride.
Yeah, you can always buy a regular bike and then put the motor on it.
Right, exactly. And then all that stuff recharges off of the solar. So like if we're already biking, I like to ride bikes. I really do. One of the things I'm going to struggle with is getting rid of my bike because I like it. I spend a lot of money on it.
Is it a bike or like a lay down bike?
It's a recumbent tricycle.
Yeah, it's a lay down kind of. Yeah, you're talking about. You see, the regular bikes hurt my ass anymore. So they lost so much weight. I like this skinny ass.
Yeah.
So like get on a bike, I'm like, yeah, I'd rather just walk. I'm a big walker. I'm slow. It's just relaxing. I'm not in a hurry feeling.
Well, this bike. You can pedal it fast if you want to, but most of the time it's kind of whatever. Like it's got all the speeds, but I pretty much always just leave it in the top speed and just pedal. But it's I really like it. It's very comfortable. The only problem with it is that I think it's me. I think I have too much like something. So it's got a enclosed axle for the drive wheel, and I don't know why, but the shifter cable will slide, and if that slides, it'll mess that up. So it's like a $4,000 wheel if I tear it up. So
does it like stop working one day, or is it malfunction?
Well, it's like the third time it's happened, and I've been able to get it fixed under warranty the first 2 times, and I don't know what it's wrong with it. And the guy who owns the guy who fixes the local bike shop here in town, he's like, yeah, I don't understand how this keeps happening to you. And I like literally took it out to his parking lot, and I was like, I don't know, man, this is all I'm doing. And I ride the bike around, and I said, there it is. I can feel it starting to happen. And he like checked it. He's like, wow, I don't understand. Like you're not doing anything wrong. Like, no. But then it can work for months and months without it being. So like if it gets to a point where it's broken, like basically there's a part that will shift and will become damaged. And if I catch it before that part breaks, it won't damage the wheel.
Yeah.
But if I don't catch it and that part breaks and it moves too far, then it'll break the entire bike, basically. So I don't get to ride it very much right now. I'm afraid of tearing it up because I know that I'm gonna have to sell it. So I want to make sure that it's in working condition when I turn around to sell it.
Yeah, once a week I ride my bike. I got a Cannondale and it works fine, but it makes my ass hurt, so I don't really want to ride around on it.
Yeah, I love it. I love riding bikes. I like
My buddy has
hitting
a
trails.
bike. You gotta use your hands to turn it. One of those.
Yep.
The other thing that you have, or do you have the foot pedal one?
It's a foot pedal one, but
Oh, okay. The hand ones I don't really understand. Like, it's not really a bike to me. It's like, I don't know. This seems different. Like you're on a bike, laying down, but you use your hands to turn it.
when you use your hands to turn a regular bike.
No, I mean to pedal. Your hands, he's pedaling with his hands. His feet are turning right, left, right, left.
Oh yeah, no, I'm here. Let me see if I can.
What were those bikes back then? The 3-wheelers that you'd have that had no pedals. You just sit on the back of it. You can kind of turn at different angles and it kind of gain momentum. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, kinda.
Remember they had big infomercials on people at the beach in here in LA were always riding around on them.
So, would they call my bike now the Maverick? This is not quite the exact same model. I'll throw it up on this screen too for people who are interested. But this is basically the bike that I have.
Oh, I see.
So it's got one rear wheel drive in the back. It's got the two wheels in the front, and you turn, and then you sit in such a position where your feet kind of go out the front and you pedal. Actually,
see where the top of that chair is on that guy's back, and there's an arm across his back. See, that's where I have bad back damage and back pain. Like on my computer chair, when I sit, I don't ever lean back. I sit straight up, so I lean back, like my shoulder blades right below the area. It hurts so bad. So I don't know if that would be good for me. If that back of the chair would always like your head where you can lay flat, I think it'd be a lot better for me.
You can get a bunch of different things, and it's totally adjustable. I don't know. I really like it. You would have to go check it out. You can get them anywhere, like any bike shop. But
Yeah, I see people around town. Seems to ride around on them.
yeah, but you can get they have is crazy different ones here. Like you could do tandem. You could do what they call the Gran Turismo. It's really nice. But yeah, you may or may not have been able to see that one there before it lonked out. But that one's got like a headrest built in, like they have all sorts of accessories
I
to
don't
do
need the
things.
headrest thing where my back would be straight up and down, not my shoulder would be bent over.
And you can adjust that. Like I said, you can have it be straight up and down. You can have it be in an incline. Like it's customizable where you put it. Like if I had the money right now, I would take mine, trade it in for this Traveler, because the Traveler is built to fold over. Except I don't want it. Like I want an external hub, like this one right here. So basically, what I mean is the one I have right now, all the gear shifting and stuff is located inside, so it can't get damaged by the weather or anything like that, which is great. Except I can't get in there and fix it if there's a problem, because again, that part is like very, very expensive. But yeah, I love it. I love everything about these bikes except for that hub. And I was trying to talk to him because like they have all these other ones with external hubs. I'm just like, can't I just buy a different back wheel and put a different wheel on? And no, can't do it. But see, like it's $2,300 for this bike.
Yikes! How tall are you?
I am 5'10".
Yeah, see, I'm 6'4". So imagine like adding 6 more inches on top of you sitting in that thing.
It'd be fine. Again, you can totally adjust it. I've seen people taller, like people that tall, drive this bike. There's one guy around that's like huge. He's a giant. He's got like 4 of them. He drives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because in the pictures, it's all like shorter people.
Well, it's hard to tell because you can adjust all that stuff.
I got you. I think it's cool. I see people around all the time. I said one lady has one. When I go down to West Hollywood, you just see her like maybe like once every couple of weeks, and she's pulling like her kid in a little tiny cart thing.
Yep.
So,
I said if there's a real bike shop in your town, which obviously there is.
Yeah.
But you go in there, you tell them that you're looking for interested in the recumbent Terratrikes, and if they a lot of them will have a couple of them in stock. You can just sit down, check it out. Sometimes you can ride it around. Why do I still have this on?
One of those customized ones, like not that brand, they're just like shop that just customizes the making of it. You know what I mean?
Probably.
So they can measure your size, measure your height, your weight, blah blah. And you can totally create a customizable bike. Might be more expensive, but if it's yours, you know.
There are places that do that. I don't know about that particular style. Again, you'd probably be better off buying something that's close to what you like, and then having somebody tweak it.
Customize it. Gotcha.
A lot of bicycle shops do that. They have aftermarket parts. I mean, it's just like a car, right?
Yeah.
You buy the base car and then you add different things to it to make it what you want. But like, for example, the Terratrike, they ask you how tall you are. You know, like when you order it, they're like, okay, so we can set it for your height to start with, and then if it's not quite what you're looking for, there's a couple of bolts that you can loosen up, and it's like on a rail, so you can adjust all of it. You can every bit of it, and then like the bike shops, if you buy it from, like, I screwed up. I should have bought mine from the bike shop. But when I went in there yeah, I ended up buying mine online. But when I went in there to buy it, they the guy just acted real shitty. You know, when a big fat guy walks in there and wants to buy a bike, you know, I don't know what was going on that day. Maybe he was just in a mood. I don't fucking know. But he just like
morning stream.
Yeah, well, I was a little annoyed at that guy. Like he just like really misbehaved and made me think, oh well, if you don't want my business, I'm not going to come back, you know, be here. But then when I bought my bike online and it started having problems, that was the place that they were like, hey, this is our guy in the area that's going to cover your warranty. So I had to take it to him. So then he's like, hey, why didn't you buy it online? I told him that. He's like, oh man, I don't know what was going on. I must have had a bad day, something. I'm like, yeah, and I kind of got to know him a little bit. And I was like, okay, well, I'll give you some slack. You know? But I was just... We went in there a couple of times, looked around, like over like a week or two. Because I'm one of those people that when I'm interested in something, I like do all the research. You know, and I'm not afraid of spending a little bit more money to get exactly what I want. So it just means I have to save up more for it or whatever. Like, people who watch me buy this chair, for example, know that it took me like 2 months to decide to get this chair. And I was like, oh, I can't decide if this is right, yada yada yada.
Yeah, it's funny you said like the guy, like, you know, fat guy walks in the store and, you know, it's like it's a prejudice thing. You know, I said, my whole life, as a kid, every time I get there, and it's like my friend Ray and I were talking about, like, there's, you know, he's African American. About discrimination, I said, you know, it goes in a lot of directions, man. Some people get it from being overweight, some people get it from being tall. So that I said that, you know, it's just like you just go to your business or you just deal with it, try with loss. That's not ever pulling an excuse. I never was an excuse person, you know.
I mean, you realize that everybody has things, and you just doesn't necessarily mean it's personal against you.
And that's the thing, it's like not every, like, some people make like their discrimination is like the only discrimination. It's like, it's not that way. A lot of people discriminate a lot of things because they're gay. Or because, you know, the gay people might make fun of because they're straight. You know? I got my gay friends all the time, making straight jokes. I laugh off that because humor's funny, but somebody else might take it as like discrimination. You know? Yeah, that makes sense?
It does. The thing about feelings, and I'm gonna probably come across like a cold-hearted person here in a second, but the thing about feelings is that if you want to, you can control your feelings.
Yes.
So you can decide to take somebody being a jerk and let it hurt your feelings and bother you and consume your mind or whatever. Yeah, it sucks that someone treated you badly, but at the end of the day, you can decide if you want to be offended by it or not.
And plus, how many people are in that day are you going to interact with that make you feel great? Say 10 people you talked to that day, 9 make you feel great, didn't bother you. 1 kind of did that to you. It's like, it's not the end of the world. If it was like 9 times out of 10 like that day, then it's kind of a kooky day, I get it. But I can't hold everybody accountable for what one person did, or one person did the other day, or, you know what I mean?
Like, I understand the idea of wanting to, like, being closed out of a place because of this color of your skin. And I say this now a couple of different ways, but it's stupid. And I agree that that shouldn't be a thing, right? Like, ah, no coloreds. Like that's dumb. Stop. And then we fought for that, and that's done. But now it feels like we're fighting to resegregate, but one group wants to, like, now they want to have black only schools again, or they want to have black only spaces. It's like, what?
See, why would they want that if, like, if you want it to be opposite to that equal? That's what I don't understand, right?
Because I don't know, but like this, I don't remember which school it was, but there was a school last week that, and again, for those of you who are not interested in that kind of stuff, I apologize. We'll hopefully get back out of this really quickly. But
right now, it's fine, I think.
there was a school that basically they wanted to have they had a people of color only safe spot or whatever or something. So then they wanted to have a place for the non people of color people, like an online area to get together to discuss some issues. And then they're like, that's what they called it, a non people of color cafe or something.
Yeah, that's a University of Michigan, right?
I don't know. I don't remember which school it was exactly. But it's
Michigan
like
State.
it was kind of like in a response to the same thing, but like, okay, so now group A had their opportunity to talk things out or do whatever or figure out their issue. Now, how are these other students going to figure it out? You know what I mean? So then it was like, well, then I guess we have to have a situation where that group can get together and discuss things. Well, now people got upset, like, whoa, how come these people are doing that? It's like, because this other group already did it. You know? And I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying the whole thing is dumb. Why do you need to have a person of color only meeting?
Especially if you want to have equality or be treated the same, you should have all voices and genders and things heard.
Well, and I'm not even a person that thinks that should be to me, I think they call it egalitarianism or something. Like, I just like, why, to me, that's not the thing that makes your voice special. Whether you're got different skin color, or you like boys, or you like girl, like, those are not the things that make you interesting to me, and the things that matter.
I think some people need that label to feel like, okay, this is what this group is for.
Well, and you can have a group of other people of like minds. Like, I get that, like, having a place that you can go and have, like, a like mind. Like, that's why you have clubs. That's why you have, these places where you can go and have people in a similar situation and have, like, a community. Like, I'm fine with that, but at the same time, like, you can't get mad when somebody else is trying to have the same community as well. Like these men's clubs, and now ladies one in the men's club. Like, okay, that seems weird. I don't understand why. Like, I don't even want to go to a men's club. Why do you want to go to a men's club?
I'll give you the best example. So in golf, I'm a big golfer. Where the Masters is held at Augusta Golf Course in Georgia. It's been around for 100-something years. It was created as a men's-only golf course. It's been that way forever. About 5 years ago, some women started saying, well, we want to golf there too, and it's like, it's a private thing. It's not known as private. It's a private course. So they're fighting like, not, no, the Masters there anymore. That's like, well, that's an all-men's tournament. Masters it's not the Pro-Am. Pro-Am is where you have amateurs and you have women, men, they all golf together and they golf in teams. There's the women's tour, and there's the men's golf tour. There's a seniors tour. So the big thing was that, like, they were going to boycott, like, we should be open to the whole public. And it's like, it's not a public course, it's a private course. It's in their bylaws. It's men's only club. You know, if you want to start your own women's only golf course, then get investors, purchase a golf course. You can have women only. And I don't want to go golf there because I would be like, it's a women's course only. They walk in a women's bathroom, right? Women only. You walk in, oh, wrong bathroom. Sorry, I'm going to hang out. Well, why not? It's just a bathroom. I got a key next to her.
No, I hate to.
Right?
That stuff's changing, man. Stuff's changing.
I think some people get this mindset like, oh, why can't I do it? Now I want to do it. It's like, well, it's like, why? You know, it's like, I don't want to go drive a race car with a women's only race car league. I'm not a woman. Do I want to just go against the grain just to say I can do it and it cause conflict? I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't understand what that means, what that gist is.
Yeah, there's a lot of that kind of stuff is coming to the forehead.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not saying it either. I'm just trying to say that, like, right now, a lot of that kind of stuff is being discussed and trying to figure out what's the right way to handle something. You know, like Tim Pool was talking about the biological men fighting or competing in women's sports, and how that basically means that once that happens, those records are pretty much all going to be held by biological men.
Yeah, it would just be really bad.
Well, that's what's happening. Like in Texas, there's transgender individuals that are competing, and within like the first, what was it, like 6 months or something of...
I mean, in high school there was girls that were on a wrestling team, but they wrestled other girls.
Yeah.
There's no way a girl, like, even if she was 210-pound girl when I was 210 pounds in high school, and a wrestling team my freshman year, she'd gotten destroyed.
Well, that's just it. There's facts of biology that physical nature gets advantaged.
No, we're just big. I mean, it's that we're just bigger, stronger, faster. It's okay. And women can give childbirth. They're like internal stuff's different than ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm not a fan of it. It's fine. It's what it is.
But like,
I mean, my friend Sarah got arguing one time because she's a big feminist, which is fine. That's 400%. She's trying to tell me that. I said, if the fastest man and the fastest woman raced, the man would win. We don't know that for sure. I said, you do know that for sure. You look at the time records. Usain Bolt ran, under 18 seconds at 200 meters. The fastest girl ran 22.5. So if they both raced together, she's not going to win. Unless he tripped and fell and broke his leg, I mean, it's just not going to... It's not like a right or wrong answer. It's just genetics. It's just the way it is.
Well, it's just like... if we're going to talk about sports. Remember... Is it Serena Williams? She's the tennis player, right?
Yeah, she's a monster. She's huge.
Right. So people there was an interview, and the interviewer was like asking a guy, like Serena Williams just like won some tournament or something, and they were like,
lost her token, but she won the Australian. Yeah.
Well, I mean, this was a year ago, 2 years ago.
I remember talking about that.
But and they were like. The interviewer asked the person that they were interviewing, it was like, what do you think or whatever, and he's like, definitely the greatest female tennis player of all time.
Yeah.
And the person's just like, oh, why not just the greatest tennis player of all time? And the guy was like, well, when compared to the men's league,
Pete Sampras, for all his records, yeah.
Like, when you compare to the men's league, she's like not in the top 60.
Exactly.
And they were like, what are you talking about? That's crazy. And there was like this big outrage. Like, it was a big to-do. And then they like they started doing the factual comparison or something, and I don't even think she was in the top 80 when they were like comparing
93, I think.
something like that, when they started like comparing the raw data, like
the power of the serve, the power of the return, all this stuff.
Right.
Like
Right. And this interviewer was so mad that this person would say she wasn't the greatest player ever, and it's like,
now, I can argue
she might be amazing, like.
I think greatest ever and most accomplished are two different things.
Sure.
Right. So Michael Jordan, we can all pretty much say like he's probably the greatest basketball ever. I mean, I think Bill Russell was because everybody talks about titles, winning titles, right? So Bill Russell won 11 rings. Okay, one as a player, coach, 10 as a player. Michael Jordan won 6. So they always say Michael Jordan's the best ever because he has 6 rings. But then the debate comes up like, well, different eras. Well, LeBron James now, right? He's gonna smash the scoring record, the assists for that size, rebounds, his longevity is crazy. And if he wins this year, he'll have 4 titles and 6 losses. Jordan 6-0. So people are, now I think he's the greatest athlete ever, and probably the most accomplished, but the greatest like player and winner, you could say, would be Michael Jordan probably, or Bill Russell. So I think they're 2 distinct different things. I tell you all the time. If you just had basketball and there's no titles, you just played 82 games, and that was there's no, you want a title, you want this, you just, who are you going to have play 82 games on your team? You'd probably pick LeBron James, because he's just so big, so fast, so just athletically great. If you're talking about winning titles and having that camaraderie with your team and being a killer, you'd probably take Michael Jordan. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can understand that.
So I'm sure when just play Pete Sampras in their primes, she couldn't do because their men's serves are like 150 to 160 miles per hour. Women's is like 110, 120. So if he gets a serve in, she wouldn't be able to return it, and he would just ace her out. He'd be like, you know, and hers, and then his, she gets her serve in, he'll easily be able to hit it back. A forehand or backhand would be high. That's why they have mixed doubles. They don't do like men versus women. It's not to say she's not a great player. It's just like I said, the other thing, like fastest athlete, track star, Usain Bolt versus this fast lady. You're just gonna win. It's not like it's a slight on her.
No, you're just trying to compare apples and oranges.
You know, it's like, okay, for her sport and her gender, she's badass and dominant. She's a savage.
Oh yeah, amazing. Like it's one of the few times I will watch a sport is when she's playing. Like I will watch it and I will enjoy it, and just, you know, has nothing to do with it. A beautiful woman, you know, usually in a very, very short skirt throwing balls around, jumping.
Yeah,
like that.
Golf girls are hot. Same thing. Like,
oh,
that's why they have ladies. That's why they have ladies tees and men's tees. Men drive the ball 330, 350. Women drive it 280 to 300. So you just can't. If you put on equal turn, equal tees, you know, golf's a little kind of closer because you can still have bad shots, good shots. Some girls are good. And my favorite golfer is Jim Furyk. He doesn't drive the ball far, but he's got an amazing short and putt game. There's a famous saying in golf, you know, you drive for show, you putt for dough. You know, so like, you know, there's been great women golfers over the years that are just been savages, and they play in the primes with men, and they compete. But when it comes down to the last parts of it, there's just something that just can't. I mean, you're down by a stroke. You need to get to the green in 2. She can only get there in 3. Now she has to make a 60-foot putt to maybe win. He's got to putt 3 times on the green to win. And it's just that, and it's not a slight against them. It's just, I mean, I don't know. You know, I mean, I'm a sports guy. I coached it. And I have a niece who plays, so it's like I understand. That's why I said coaching girls is very hard. I've coached boys my whole life, and it's all above the rim. It's different speed, different. I watch WNBA sometimes, but I can't watch it because the girls like jump stop goofy. They travel like 4 steps. I'm like, why are you playing like you're in the 3rd grade? Like, what is? It's just the coordination for them sometimes isn't. And those girls like Deanna Taurasi who play like a guy. They're like they jump stop, euro step, shot fake pivot. They just know the passes, and they're like, okay, you're way above the curve.
I think there's all those things can be okay. So like your niece, right? She's playing the soccer.
She's playing against boys now. Yeah.
Right, she's playing against boys. But you would never expect her to be able to, like, she could outplay a boy, probably, you know, potentially, like someone of she could have greater skill, right? She could develop greater skill, but playing against a young man of a similar skill,
she would get dominated. She would get overpowered.
Right.
And that's the key. Was like, I mean, she's right now total 13-year-old girls, right? But I have her playing against the 11-year-old boys. But she used to play against like the freshman and high school soccer team boys.
Hang on a second. What?
They're gonna come measure the countertops. She said between 2:30 and 3.
Okay.
So
that sounds fine. I will be.
Done by then.
I'll make sure that I'm free.
Okay. I gotta call the help desk about that other issue
Okay.
at some point today, so.
Okay.
Alright.
Love you.
Love you.
Alright. So I don't know if you guys heard that, but they just confirmed they're going to come get the measure for the countertops and stuff today. So
Right.
we're going to have to probably wrap up a little bit early to take care of some stuff so I can know that it's going to be done. I got to
So,
do some woodworking.
so like my niece, she used to play against like say high school level kids. She would just get destroyed, dominated. It wouldn't really help her because she wouldn't do it. But against the boys that are a year younger than her, but are very far faster, she's holding her own. She's doing great. So the time we get to England, she's playing against girls her own age, and England's a competitive and they're tough and hard. That's why I'm having her playing against boys that are younger because that's probably what she's gonna be playing like when she gets there. And she's totally fine with it. She doesn't get discouraged. She understands. That's why she's doing a lot more training, a lot more stuff. And she's losing her baby fat. She's just like a monster. She just loves it. She loves that competitive nature. It's not about win or loss for her. Like a lot of people, it's like, I didn't win, it sucks, I lost. It's just about I'm progressing and getting better. And she understands. Like, I had kids that coached in the past that were lazy, didn't want to do this year, and I got, my real good players got in foul trouble, and I had to put them in the game, and they looked lost. I was explaining to them, you need to be ready at all times. I said, I can't put you in the game if you're not hustling, you're not working hard, or you're being lazy. And they get in the game, and they look lost, and they come back to the finish of the game, and they're like, okay, coach, you're right. I'm like, well, we're trying to be right. It's just like, you have to work just as hard as the players that are better. That's how you get better. Because the end of the game comes, we may need you. You gotta prove to your teammates that you're accountable. If you miss a shot or miss a free throw, that's fine. But you have to be ready to do that.
Yeah.
You know, I never had a kid like, oh my god, you missed a game when you shot for state titles. Like, no. You were prepared, you were ready, you just a bad bounce. It happens. That happens to me. That happens to everybody. You know? I see the kids down the street that are playing basketball or goofing around the thing, and they're like, oh, I'm going to high school basketball next year. Do you play on a traveling team? Do you play on an AU team? No. I said, you know what jump stop is? No. You know what this is? No, so you're not going to make your high school team. I could shoot, I could be good. I said, you're playing in the street. You're not playing against a kid who's in your face, talking trash, screaming ball, blah, 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 help. You don't have a shot clock running. You don't have people in the stands screaming. Everyone sit at the parents screaming, you suck. They're going to say you're great. You're just playing the street against people. You're not calling them fouls correctly. It's a whole different thing. When I coach, I had kids all the time go, hey, my buddy's really good. He goes to the park with us. I'm like, okay, bring him over. Let's see how good he is. For the hour, he's already ready to quit. Done. Has no idea what he's doing. It's just a different level. It's just different. You imagine having some guy at the park, you're like, oh, that kid shoots pretty good. Let's have the Lakers sign him. Okay, go shoot the ball game now. You got LeBron James in your grill. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to do?
I don't know. I guess I'm going to give him a big kiss.
You're going to get laughed off the court. You're going to get cut the next day.
Let's give him a big kiss and be like, here, get in my face. Get out of my face. Kissy face. What do you think about that? How about that?
It's kind of like video games, like it's the same way, right? Like I couldn't be in no DDO tournament. If I was, I lost on whatever tournament would be, I'm like, hey, it's not very good. But if I could be like, come here, man, come on, give me a shot, give me a chance, and I get smoked, everybody's like, well, I thought you wanted a chance. Well, yeah, but, you know, it happens. Well, you just cost your team the loss because you thought it was fun, just a joke, they're taking it serious.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, that's what hardcore is, right?
Yep. That's why I'm a team guy. That's why I don't like playing with people too much, because I don't like being the one that causes you to die or hold shit up. It's just, I don't like that feeling. Someone tell me, hey, we got that puzzle. I'm like, I don't know that puzzle. You've been playing DDO for 10 years, you know the puzzle? Because I'm in static groups, and I have like a guy who wants to do the puzzles, he likes doing them. I don't like doing them. So, I get the DDO wiki out on my phone, we can take 30 minutes, I can figure it out.
Figure it out.
But if you know the puzzle, do the puzzle. You need some guy to sit there and just cast vigor on you so you don't die? I'll do that. You need someone to get aggro and run around circles and kite? I'll do that.
I've
Give me a
done
shot,
that.
give me a roll, I'll do it.
Well, they did. They'll just solve the puzzle.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I tell them I don't know the puzzle. I don't you know it. We've been playing for 10 years. Because I don't ever do the puzzle. So, what am I going to do? Spend 17 hours a day on one quest learning the puzzle inside and out, backwards and forwards, just so I can have to run it all
Let's
down?
figure it out.
I'm like, if you know it, then do it.
You can figure it out. You're a smart guy.
Like that one last night, you're doing like, oh, this wheel, go backwards, wheel, how you figure that out? You need a wiki for that shit.
No, it's in there.
I'm not spending 6 hours on a quest, and wow, I just got 6,000 experience, I wasted 6 hours. I did that last week on a quest. I was stuck in it, couldn't figure it out, I just recalled later done with it.
Not getting frustrated is something that I know that there are times that different people have different levels of that.
Well, I couldn't figure out the way. I figured it was saying, like, the wording wasn't right to me. It didn't sound like, what does this even mean? I didn't understand it.
Remember what quest it was? Or was that the one that you messaged me about?
No, that was one of them. That was a different one. Can't remember. I don't know if I went there and I could see it and I know what it is. You ever did this quest before back in the day? Like, you think you read it on your description, like, I don't know what that quest is. And you go and you're like, oh, I remember this one. It's not that bad. Look, one of those. It's one of the ones you gotta run on like 4 different corners. You got different wheels. One's red, one's green, one's blue.
There's a bunch of those, but
I think it's the one that you can't do Reaper. It's got different levels to it. It's in House P. You go to House P, that's how you get there.
okay. So you're talking about one of the parts out of Tangleroot.
Tangleroot. There you go.
Okay, so this I'm gonna drop a thing on you. You got your phone on you?
Yes, yes, sir.
Look for DDO puzzles. It's an app made by my friend Grimoire.
Oh, it's on Google Play Store then? Or is it a .com?
It's not a .com.
So it's gonna be an app.
It is an app. I'm not 1,000% sure it's on the Google Play Store.
What's it called? DDO Puzzles?
It's called DDO Puzzles. Looks like this. You can get it on your PC, like your Windows thing. Like that's where I got it. I just got it by searching down here in the App Store for DDO Puzzles.
What's the guy's name? Jonathan Flanagan? Is that who it is?
Her name is Grimoire.
Oh, you're correct. Sure, here. Yeah, it's on Google Play. It's got 4.8 stars, over 1,000 people.
Yeah.
I got it.
So download that thing, and it's going to look like this. It's not going to have everything you need.
That's it. Yeah, that's what it is.
But just download it, put it in there. So, like, she's got the Crucible map right here.
Oh, Demon Queen's another one I never do. I always just kill
Demon
stuff.
Queen. How to solve the Demon Queen riddle.
It's like, what's that? Like,
Enter
what's
the Kobold
yellow,
path.
What's blue on that screen? Like, what would all that be?
Like, what are you talking about here?
The page before that. That one, Crucible, I think was.
Well, it's the map. So
like that, like that. Like, what's SKH yellow? I don't even know what that is. Like that one, right there.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Okay,
So,
like, what's the one box with a plus? Yellow. What's the red eye mean? I don't know.
okay, well that's where the quest items are. Like, there's a key right here. It says quest items. So those are where the quest items are that you need to be able to open this right here. So like there's an eye. So it's like quest item quest item used here. And then the eye, this is the eye lever, and these are the eye doors, and whether they open or they close.
Okay.
So like it's linking that, it's trying to show you that these two go together, these two go together, these two go together. So if you pull this is either going to open, these two will slide this way or this way, you know what I mean? Like it's trying to show you how things slide and work and stuff. So like
you're on right now, like that one right there, you're on right there.
Okay.
So the triple box, red box, is that going up and down, side to side, opening?
This is up and down, and it turns this way. Now, in these, it's hard to tell because the idea is that when you look at it, you can see where this is supposed to be the pivot point.
Okay.
Right? So it's showing you how things go. So that's the maze. And then here is like another version of it that kind of tells you everything. So like here's the door. So like, this is it. This is one way. This is the other way, right?
Oh, that's a way better way to look at it. Yeah, that's.
See what I'm trying to say? So like, you
Yeah.
have this version. I like the color coded version, but this is one that's labeled and drawn out a little differently.
Yeah,
See,
that's way better.
crest,
You see where it turns and
chest,
pivot.
etc. But like, here's your rune wheels. You click in there and you click Tangle Root, bam, there's your rune wheels. You know, Sawdust Isles, boom, same thing. Crucible rune wheels. She's got a thing in here that tells you how they go. So if you have the time, you can program them in there.
Oh, the pits on here too.
Yep, there's lots of different ways to like. You got all the rune wheels in the pits. I think
So
there's
that's
even
your sneaky trick. Okay, I thought you just memorized all this junk and like, wow.
some of the stuff I have memorized. Like for like the pit wheels, I have those memorized. Except for orange and yellow.
Temple of Death Room is horde, but no one runs it anymore.
But like all this stuff's in here. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Like here's the Ghost of a Chance puzzle. It's like if you don't have it memorized, you can just bam, there it is. So this
How
is
come
the every time I pull it out, I talk about it. I talk about it every single time I do the Shadow Crypt. I pull this up, I talk about it. Every time I do the litany questions, I pull it up, I talk about it.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. We gotta go. Okay, we gotta go east now. Now we gotta go back west. Now we gotta do this. I
Yep.
remember that.
I talk about this all the time, but like if I don't use it, like I don't use the pit guide. Right, even though this is less than Clanky's version, which is basically how I do the pit. I don't use it, right, as like a guide. But people can. You know, like when I go to do the Demon Queen, I use this solver.
You remember one time with Demon Queen, they're like, okay, you go do the monkey. I'm like, okay. I went over there, alright, what's taking so long? I go, I've never done it before. I'm like, you know, I'm in a SATA group. My SATA group, I have one guy who likes doing all this stuff. He loves this stuff. So I'm like, okay. Playing with him for like 8 years now. He loves doing puzzles and this and that, so he likes doing it. And we all this damn bag let him do it. You know, like you do, like by heart. You know?
I mean, the difference is it's like if you were on a basketball team, right, and somebody loves taking the shots, doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a vague idea how to take your own shots, right? You just don't always pass to him. So I think you should have a cursory idea of how to.
Like the end of the game shot kind of thing. It's like this guy's not taking it. This is the guy who's taking it into the game shot. I mean, there's another guy in our group that plays a lot of solo, and he knows the puzzles too. But it's always the same guy who does them. It's just he likes doing them, so we don't argue. And he always does them right, and there's never an issue.
Yeah, my point is
So
that
when
you
we
should.
don't play together, like if he's not there to play that week, and the other guy's not there to play that week, the other 3 guys that are in the group, we go and just run our alts.
Yeah, no, my point is that you should have a basic idea of how to do, like maybe if you don't have it like totally mastered or whatever, you should come up with the basic fundamentals. To me, like figuring out a puzzle is a fundamental. Doesn't mean you have to have it mastered. Like I'm not saying, oh Jason, you have to have every one of these puzzles memorized or whatever, or you're terrible. I'm just saying that you should have the ability to kind of like figure it out or know where to go look it up so you can in a timely manner, which is why I wanted to share that with you and everybody else. You know, it's like dribbling or something. You know,
Well, it's like if I only have an hour to play, I'm not gonna go try to do Element Temple Elemental Evil.
right? Which is fair.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. That's kind of what I guess meant by it in a way.
No, I get you. Like I understood what you were trying to say. I'm just trying to tell you that if this is a weakness in your game, and you should, and it definitely is it's something that holds you back at different times. should definitely make a little bit of an effort to have a way to improve it. And that's why I wanted to, like that puzzle. You downloading that and having that on your phone, and you're like, all right, now I have a reference. Like that's all I'm saying. Like that'll be enough.
Yeah, it's a great tool. Now I have it. Bam, right there.
Exactly. And more people should.
I mean, you can honestly admit, like the pit, if you haven't ran it very much by yourself, up, down, oh man, went down the wrong tunnel. Oh, gotta go back, fell down the lava. Oh crap. You're after a while.
It can
like,
be
okay,
tough.
After a while, you're like, I'm gonna recall. I just can't do this anymore.
I mean, it can be tough. Like
that's what I'm saying. And
you have to get. There's an understanding to how to do that quest. I will agree that can be tough, and it can be a daunting quest. But then, once you learn the idea behind it, you're like, oh, this quest isn't that hard. Man, I can't believe I spent all these years not doing this quest but you have to get that thing to click. Mm-hmm. Like the first time I was in the pit, it was amazing. It took us more than 3 hours. It was me.
Yeah, but if you only have 3 hours to play, you're trying to get as much as you can. That's the discouraging part. I mean, I just sometimes don't have like 8 hours, just whatever.
Sure.
I'm like, okay, I got an hour and a half.
Believe me, we didn't have that time that day either. We didn't have that time that day either. Tobrell had a party he was supposed to be at, and his girlfriend at the time just kept calling, like, hey, are you going to be here? He's like, yeah, I think we'll be ready to leave in like 10 more minutes. Oh, I think we're almost done. I'm just trying to get this done with the guys real fast before we... And it was like 3 hours later.
Yeah, see, I just told Cameron, like, hey, we're just working on this. I don't know how long it's going to take. I'll be there as fast as I can.
Well, I just did that.
That's... You text me every 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, that's
that
how
just blows the shit out of me.
That was the mindset. Oh, man, we'll be done soon. 3 hours later.
Yeah, that's why I'd be like, I don't know when we're going to be done. We're struggling, having a hard time. Be there as fast as I can.
Trying to figure out if I want any of these things. I know I need at least one more point in the tree to get up here later. But do I just take these points and invest them someplace else for now? I don't know.
We take the spell power stuff.
Oh, the what? Like to improve the meta magic?
Yeah.
But the only spells that I cast that are meta magic are my SLAs. Except for heighten on entangle. Huh?
That's how we do. The heighten entangle's a good one.
Yeah, but I only cast it sparingly, so it doesn't seem like a good plan to save.
What about boost your wisdom?
It's up already. Like in this Season's Heraldry, that's as high as it can go. So like I'm trying to decide, do I spend like 1 point Druidic Wisdom? I do like the idea of the shared spirit. Maybe it's just do
what
that.
What about more healing after Humantree? Did you already do Reaper?
Yeah, but that's a fair argument. Like one could do that, but I don't like spending points on the human tree or the racial trees unless I really need something or really, really want it. Like that's a nice thing to have, but it's not like wings. You know what I mean? Like this stuff's.
So you can jump a little farther.
Yeah, it's not like the draconic wings, and you get the abundant leap effect at like level 2 because you're a dragon. Like that's really strong, really powerful effect that you can get through your racial tree. The human stuff, and none of the stuff is like at that level of power, in my opinion.
Is it worth taking over the angles for some extra damage to melee when you have to?
Well, technically, I suppose it would be.
What's your intelligence? Oh yeah, so you get plus 7 versus what, 4?
Yeah, but if I'm in melee, there's already a problem generally. Like I could spend those points in the universal spell power, and that would be something, I could
What
definitely
about
grab
your
these.
animal?
I definitely could grab this mana. Well, that's what I was saying.
What
I
about
was
the
thinking
one?
I could do this 10% hit points from the dog.
The
That
far
would
left
be
one
good.
there?
Far left one.
Right down in your harbor tree. Third tier.
The heroic
Yeah,
companion thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It would be okay, I guess.
Because you're a pet guy. That's pretty good. Boosts their damage to hit, saving throw. And it's a clicky.
Yeah, it would be okay.
Look at the field resistance rating. I mean, that's pretty solid, dude. It's like 1 point each.
Yeah, but you would want to put all the points in it for it to work.
So I'm saying. 2
But
points,
my
okay?
point is that I know I want to spend at least one more point in the tree so I can unlock this when the time comes. I'm just trying to decide, do I want to dump a bunch of points in it when the time comes, or just want to like baby it up?
I would baby it up. I think you do pretty good damage right now,
Yeah,
dude.
I think we dump all 3 of these points in the shared spirit for the dog and just call it a day. Give the dog extra hit points. Alright, what time is it? It's 1. The guys are gonna be here 2. Yeah, I better go. I already bought the thing. Alright, everybody. Unfortunately, I apologize for not going my usual time here, but like I said, we got word that the guys are coming to measure the countertops, which means I need to get a couple of bits and pieces done. I'm in charge of building the front face of one of the cabinets, so I need to make sure that even if I don't get it completely finished, I can at least like clamp the part into place so they can take accurate measurements. But I'm gonna see if I can. I don't think I'll have time to get it done if they're gonna be here in an hour, but we'll take a shot at it. Alright, let's see who's streaming Dungeons and Dragons Online, see if there's somebody that we can raid. Right now it says there's 5 viewers and there's 7 people in my chat, so it looks like there's nobody on right now. So unfortunately, everybody, we're going to be taking off. I don't have anyone to raid. Sorry about that. If you're looking for something to do, though, you're looking for a way to help the stream, you can jump over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/SamusGrover. There's a lot of content over there. DDO content from last night, the night before, last week, whatever. Builds, quest guides, etc. Check those things out. Do me a solid and subscribe. If I can get to the 1,000 subscriber mark, I think basically in a little less than 2 weeks, we'll be able to monetize our YouTube channel within the next month. Otherwise, we're going to have to wait until we hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, reapply for monetization. It took me more than 2 years to get basically denied right now, so if you're not already subscribed on YouTube, please help us out with that. It would really be wonderful. And otherwise, we'll see you guys later. I don't think I'll be around much this weekend, if at all. If I do get around, I'll probably be offline. But we'll be back on Monday for some more Sweet Dungeons & Dragons action. Probably the last little hurrah on the hardcore server, which again may not even get aired because I probably won't do anything except for roll daily dice between now and then. But I got to get stuff ready for transfer, stuff like that, and then we'll see. All right, everybody, peace, much love. We'll see you guys as soon as possible. Toots.